to lead for teams here today. It's Wagner's Seahawks going up against Bowman's Raiders.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. They go play action here on first down. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And right away, he lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. They'll turn to the power game at Waller. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you're thinking, man, the fullback's probably going to get the ball. But when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
On the handoff, Lynch. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On second down, Lynch. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, Lynch. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run with Lynch. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. And his kick is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
On second down, here's Wilson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. A very solid gain of 27. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He hits Baldwin right side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. They run with a power back, Rawls. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the seat. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Room here to run. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. Out to the right here to Wilson. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. One Wilson to another for a Seahawk 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And Graham's got it over the middle. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On 2nd down, Rawls. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On the ground, Rawls. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Wilson going to give to Walls. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the one.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Wilson on the keeper, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on fourth. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
So out come the Raiders. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. The 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Carr. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone. That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. From midfield, here's Carr. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he's brought down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On first down, Carr eluding the pressure right. A right side catch by Crabtree. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And his kick here is good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL. Sorry, Larry, your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's Carr under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Michael Wilhoit, tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Carr gives to Marshawn. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Play action. Now it's Carr. Trying to lay one up deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Returnable for Lockett. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going with Rawls. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now Wilson on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Dancing to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Wilson again to Rawls. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
And it's 1st and goal now, but still 10 yards to go. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Play action. Now Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. So they're on the 5-yard line here, 2nd down and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good, and that will tie things up at 6-6. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but at least it does draw them back level.
And that has to be job 1. A touchdown certainly would have been nice, but here you get back on even terms, and now you get the rest of the 2nd half to try and get yourselves in front.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They start the drive with Lynch, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Steps away to his left. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And Derek Carr just keeps improving. He can be dangerous not just inside the pocket, but as we see here, outside of it as well.
Kid born in California, played his high school ball in Texas, had quarterback written all over it. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
They'll run again with Lynch pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Back now in the East Bay. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Here's Marquette King now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10. I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On second down, Wilson. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. First down, this is Rawls. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Out of the pistol, it's Rawls. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Wilson looking to throw on second down. Being chased out left. And avoids the contact by sliding. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Third down, here's Rawls. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. And that is no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. That close to taking a fourth quarter lead, but the goalposts, they had other plans.
I thought it was on target. It looked good off his foot, but then doink, off the metal and out. And those are the kind of breaks that can definitely swing a ball game.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Shift together here from the D-line. Back to throw. Carr. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A good pickup there of 20 yards. First down, the run with Lynch. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's a give to Lynch. And he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. From the pistol, they run with Lynch. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a third down. To throw is Carr. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. This defense so strong all afternoon long. Well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. A gutsy call by Jack Del Rio, but it does not pay off. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Wilson to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Here's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. Finding the end zone on the game's final play. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. It is up and through, and there is your final margin of victory. Is on the final play. They win it by a touchdown. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.